Hey guys, another video for you. I'll be I'm just gonna be talking about why I feel, and I know this for a fact anyway. It's not even a feeling, it's an outright fact that once you pass a certain age, particularly when you first start actually working a job, which should start anywhere from your teenage to your early 20s. um you start to realize just how how boring life is. And it's funny how nobody actually talks about this, and I'm very perplexed, because um most of us people in Western society, that's where I'm from anyway. I'm from the Western world. I don't know exactly how what it is in the eastern side of the planet, but I know for a fact that life is very monotonous and boring for most people. And and the fact that people from from the early 20s till the time they retire, which is roughly 50 years, um, they they do the same old shit. They settle down with some girl. Well, they settle down with a partner. They work a job, 9 to 5 job. Very exciting, isn't it? And then they just come back from that job. They just chill out, do the house chores, run their errands, and and that's and for leisure time they just play a little sport here and there to keep healthy. They go out and eat on the weekends, they drink a little bit, and then once that weekend is done and they have a measly couple hours of freedom, they go back at it. They just restart the whole process again. Just wake up, work, go, come back from work, do some chores, run some errands, um, and and for some reason, a lot of people seem to just enjoy this sort of stuff. I mean, uh, I know my parents live this kind of life, and it's like that's all they really do and know. It's funny enough because only recently am I starting to realize how bored they are with their actual lives. But I'm surprised that a lot of people like to live this way and how boring and monotonous things are. Most people they're stuck in one location. They have to put up with this with the same people they're around with their whole entire lives. They have to work the same type of job till the day they die. They do the same hobbies and the same shit till the day they die. And I don't understand how some people can live like this. Because I personally can't envision myself living the next 50 years of my life like this. And and you may be thinking, well, at least I got good relations with friends and family in my life. And if that's the case, then that's great for you. Obviously, that's if you're surrounded with people who love you and care for you every day, then that's amazing. Have more power to you. Maybe that's the reason why you put up with this monotonous life. But I'm gonna say this for the record: a lot of us, and including myself at the moment, are just lonely as hell. Like, I'm gonna be honest, like, some of us just can't seem to find meaningful connections. Some of us just can't find enough friends to hang around. We don't have family around us that we get along. And what if you really if you don't have relations that keep you going in this world, it's it's a massive torture. And I guess I'm lucky in the sense I've got two people that I know in this planet that we think alike, and we wanna really, help each other out big time in life. But we don't live next to each other, unfortunately, which is really a bummer. But at least I know I'm not alone in when it comes to people that I know that share the same vision and goals in life as I do. Um, and that's one of the biggest leading contributors, I believe. Just people being lonely and having a really boring life. It creates um a lot of anxiety, a lot of depression, and mental health problems that a lot of people just didn't have in the past. Um, and yeah, I guess it makes me wonder why people just want to put up with this sort of life. A lot of people grow tired of the way they live. However, they still decide to keep living the same monotonous life. And in my case, I don't. And I come to the conclusion that if you really don't want to live a boring life, you have to become exceptional in this world. You and you have to make a lot of money. You have to. You know the saying, money makes the world go round, and it's true. If you have money, you can go and live wherever you want, and you can buy a lot of experiences that you otherwise just would not be able to do if you had average or little to no money. You have to, I mean, just have to make fucking money, and that is how you're going to get the most out of life. I strongly believe that humans were not made to stick to one location for life. Strongly believe that we are born to be a we are a nomadic species, and if we don't move from one place to another in our lifetime frequently, uh, it's just not good for our mental health. Um, and I also do believe that if you live in an urbanized country with city, in a city and things like that, that's also not good for your mental health. Humans were not designed to live in um, artificial environments where all you do is, get up, work, eat, sleep, repeat. It's just not great. It's not healthy. And that's why I strongly believe if you don't want to have a boring life, try, I guess, to try and have as many meaningful friendships as you can. Um, Try and have new experiences. Move yourself. Move as many locations as you can in this world. If you get bored of one place, move to another place. Try and meet like-minded people. Um, and if you have a lot of money, then that's awesome. If you have a high hourly, like if you make a lot of money per hour of what you work, you can you can work a few hours a week only, like, or very few hours a week, like maybe 10 hours a week or less, and you can for most of the part do whatever you want during the day. And I feel like that is what you need to do. These are the that's what you need to do in order to you know live a non-boring life. Work a job that you don't have to work for very long, and you then have all this free time to actually enjoy yourself for what I I don't even feel like I feel like I feel like when humans used to live back in the prehistoric days, that's when we actually had the most fun, believe it or not. And you might be thinking, oh, but we don't have the same health. Like we don't have like the same healthcare back then. We didn't have it the same security. But life was just so much simpler and enjoyable back then. Think about it. You wake up in your house. You eat. You play with you hang around with your family. You play games. You have a good time with other people in your community. And all you have to do is basically just hunt food, cook it, eat it, and then just go back to having more fun. And dedicate maybe an hour tops on just house chores and taking care of the house and all that stuff. And those were much better times to live in than now. Like now, you have to slave away 40 freaking hours of your life a week to some corporation, and then doesn't take into account all the extra hours outside of that you have to, manage your house and your chores and do your cooking and do your shopping and yada 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 and all that crap. So yeah, we are even more slaves than we used to be in the past. Uh, Once humans started having a hierarchy system where the people in power, people in power take advantage of people with less power. Before that, when communities were equal in the prehistoric times, we were a lot happier and we didn't have to work as hard. But now we work uh, you know, for no meaning or pleasure. We work for these corporations that don't give a shit about us, and we don't give a shit about them. And I'll probably be discussing. We're going into more about why I think relationships have been harder and harder for a lot of people, in my generation, I guess. But yeah, um, that's why I feel life is boring. And yeah, let me know what you think. Do you think I'm right about humans in prehistoric times actually having, enjoying life a lot better than we do now? Let me know what you think.